Kister brothers, and I'm showing Ryan how to drive combine. Because he's going to be showing out his crops up at one of his farms for the first time.
I know how to run it for the most part.
Yeah, but you gotta learn how to run it and not run into things.
That's what the cameras are for, but you just broke.
I didn't break anything. I found it like that.
We're down here across from the main farm, Rockville, and we're harvesting Travis's beans.
It's yielding about 500 bushels the acre.
Plus 10.
Yep. See, our crops are so good, they don't deduct shrinkage off our truckloads, they add on.
Got the 82 over there still on the grain cart, which we remarkably have not taken off yet.
That'll be tomorrow.
That'll be tomorrow, more than likely.
Yep.
We're saying rain for tomorrow, and today's Wednesday, and what are they saying? Hard frost tomorrow night, and then really hard frost Friday night.
So, granted, I don't like rainy days, but it gives us a chance to fix everything that we broke.
That you broke.
That you broke. You break them, and I find them, then I'm the one that gets all the blame for it.
Yeah. The key is to figuring out a way that you can make it look so that it's not broken, and then waiting for Travis to find it, and then he can break it and be like,
no, I think the general consensus is we break it, and then before Dad shows up, we get the heck out of it and let Dad find it. And he's, oh, I'm sorry, Dad. Man, look what you did. You broke. Man, I didn't know you could break something like that.
Nah, we don't have that bad of luck.
No.
If you guys come from a farm, or you have farmed in the past, or you've had something relating to doing farming, not anything like working for an ag company doesn't really apply, but if you ever worked on a farm,
agronomists need not apply.
Yeah, agronomists don't count. But if you ever been a farmer, there's a little pull box up here, there's a little I button, and you can click there, and what you can click, or we can take a poll on how many of us were farmers and how much of us are actually have a city background. So it might be something interesting to see how much of our viewers are city folk. City folk just don't get it.
We don't hold that against you, though. Isn't that why you're watching this channel, to learn how farms work? Oh, how many of those people are your Chicago friends that you met in your trip?
Like 5?
Well, there you go.
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
Problem is, dude, they're both taken.
Yeah, I get that question all the time. Did you meet Jamie on farmersonly.com? City folk just don't get it.
For the most part, we've avoided a lot of that stalk rot damage, wind damage, falling over corn.
For the most part.
For the most part. We're not going to say we didn't have any, but...
We're not like some of the fields that were completely wiped out.
Yeah. We had some pretty nasty wind on Monday, and all our corn fared pretty well. The truck driver earlier said that west of us, a lot of corn in that area, north of Andover, got hit pretty hard, flattened a lot of corn. When you put a whole farm, 150-acre farm, into all in corn or all in beans, you really don't diversify a heck of a whole lot. It's not spreading out your corn and bean acres so much, because then it seems like, alright, this farm is going to be corn, that farm is going to be beans, this farm is going to be whatever we decide it's going to be. So that is an advantage, because I like corn and bean rotation of 1 year corn, 1 year soybeans. Seems like you get a little bit of a boost in the yield.
People always comment how how much better looking the contours look than just farms that are all in one crop, because that's all it is anymore.
Yeah. All 4 sides of us on all of our farms are pretty well solid corn. There are exceptions here and there.
Now we're harvesting the beans and we're putting them on the grain cart and the other wagons for now, until we can get a semi back up here and we can fill the semi up and then haul them out to sell them.
all the crops that Ryan and I produce get thrown on the truck right away and taken right to Dubuque. We try to utilize forward contracting as best we can.
Since we don't have the amount of storage space that many farmers do.
That's what you call starting farmers. You don't start with everything.
Yeah.
So our dad just put in a 20,000 bushel bin for himself, which actually helps me and Ryan, because we can fill up all my dad's storage in about 5 days. And then while we're waiting for his crops to dry down or waiting to sell them, we can focus on running our own crops through, which is what we're doing now. Say we usually, I forward contract my projected yield throughout the year. As an example, I usually try to sell like 120 bushels the acre corn. Granted, even though I can average a lot better than that, at least on a bad year, I know I sell what I feel comfortable that I know I can produce at a certain time of the year. Back in July when corn spiked up $4, I sold a bunch of corn for $4.